Right, flying over as it's listening to me, prepare to capture video. That's relevant positioning, making a U-turn, flying directly over the property. Let me be clear. The entity was already present with an airplane. And immediately, as you hear on the podcast, as I state, I'm going to do this on such and such time about video referencing what you immediately hear the plane was already here, stalking, hovering. Immediately makes a U-turn, which is relevant positioning, hovering over the property. Where are you hovering? You're hovering also under the fake sun that, by the way, is no longer over the corner where I'm standing, where it's inching as though it's moving. It's not moving anywhere. And this is where it was supposedly rising this morning. This is stationary presence at the property of 435 South Bonneview. That is nothing but relevant positioning by an airplane pacing in the sky space under what is the fake sun, okay? And the entity keeping that fake sun right over me while I'm at the property of what is Mercy House. It's 11:06 a.m. Taking into consideration daylight savings time. At 10:05 a.m., I am standing facing the property of the Upland Public Library. At 10:02 a.m., I am in the parking lot of the Fontana Lewis Library, and the fake sun is directly over my head. And remember, not only I'm speaking to the time, my documentation shows the fake sun following me while I'm en route to these venues that I'm reminding you about at this specific time, which do not coexist, okay? Maintaining this presence is stalking with light in the same way you see the entity stalking by plane, and also, as I showed you, stalking by helicopter. And they are stalking at this venue, present on behalf of the government that's engaged in surveillance. This is Mercy House. 10:02 a.m. The state is keeping the fake sun over me while I'm in the neighborhood in Upland, California, documenting the people of the state on Pearl Street. And the entity engaged in what? Flying over me by helicopter. You remember that? The entity is keeping a fake sun over me while I'm inside of the Upland Public Library at 10:09 a.m. That is minutes away. The state's keeping its fake sun right here. And that is not going to be seen through the window of the Upland Public Library while I'm inside of that venue. And the state is keeping the fake sun as I'm looking outside of that back window of the library facing the Carnegie Library. That is not this. This is stationary presence. This is not even advancing to be over the Ontario Museum of History and Arts. This is remaining in alignment with me from the point of supposed rising until right now, which is 11:07, and relevant with regard to keeping in mind daylight savings time, 10:07 a.m. All right, this is the pattern of conduct. And while you see the entity stalking by airplanes, this entity is monitoring the documentation, coming to what is the Ontario Resource Center and turning in blankets while you're stalking as a demon, standing in directed light and crossing path is the pattern of conduct. That's engineered light that this minion is standing in, and that's activity creation while she opens and closes her door, moving across the walls. That's P.O.C. That's a demon. And it's impossible light activity, and it is intentional conduct while you were stalking in the path. This is third party 95545U2, monitoring with the minions that are Mercy House under the fake sun. This is P.O.C.